Hey guys, welcome to my booktube. So today I'm going to do a book tag, like a booktube tag, just getting to know me so that we can start this channel off well. So before I get into the actual questions, I'm going to just introduce myself. So my name is Prose. Yes, that's my actual name, Prose. I am from Brooklyn, New York, and I am a very, 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 very extremely new reader. So I'm very excited and I'm loving books. I'm loving BookTok, BookTube. Like it's just so relaxing and it's just a bit of me. It's my vibe. Like I'm not like a party girl. I go out when it's my friend's birthday. Like I go and I turn up and all that type of stuff. But for the most part, I'm just living my life. I am 27 years old. My birthday is June 7th, so it's coming up. So I'll be 28 in about 2 months. I have a 7-year-old. Um, Her name is Aria, and you'll see her in the videos here and there, but I'm not trying to expose her to the world. Yes, so let's get into the tag. Okay, so the first question is, why did I start my channel? Um, that's a kind of difficult question, I guess. It's like, why does anybody start their channel, I guess? But I have been longing to find a hobby that truly brings me peace. And reading has truly been life-changing. Like no one understands like the type of solitude that you get, but also it's like not mentally frying your brain of just watching videos and watching shows all the time. So it's like when I get to be alone and I get to tune out the world and just be in the world of my book, it's just so good for me. And it's also like it's like an escape from my real life. Like when real things are happening in my life that I'm not happy about, or I'm not happy about my life, or like ecstatic about the trajectory of my life, sometimes it's great to just read about some damn dragons. You know what I mean? Like it's a really good escape. And it's not like I use it as my form of escape. I still go to therapy. I still try to actually work on my real life, but it really is like some time to just be with me. And I will say also, being like a single mother, it's me time. And now that my child is older, like she's really understands how important me time is, because she benefits from mommy having me time. And so instead of my self-care looking just like only skincare, which I really love and I do religiously, and instead of it just being like 20-30 minute skincare, or like watching some Grey's Anatomy while still doing regular life, it's literally like putting on my headphones and listening to audiobooks and reading when we're in the car on our way to an event for her, or like when she's at tennis practice, like reading that hour and until she's back. It's just really just some alone time, and I absolutely love it. And so I think that also I've gotten introduced to BookTube. So my introduction was really through BookTok. And I could sit there and scroll all day. But BookTube, being able to just like put that on while this person literally lives their life, or they're either doing like the bookish weekends, or like I think her name is Sidel, that I got put on by, like just like bookish vlogs. And then also when she does recommendations and all that type of stuff, like I just put it on and I do my regular life. And that's really what I want this channel to be. I don't want it to be like, hey guys, like sit down and watch me for 20-30 minutes. It's really just like, throw me on, listen to my voice, listen to the background music, all that type of stuff, while you go live your life. That's really what I want. I love the relaxation vibes of just throwing on a YouTube channel like while you're doing your daily things. So that's really why I started. Long-winded, but yes, that's why I started my YouTube channel. So the second question is, what unique qualities or things do you think you can bring to YouTube or to BookTube? And I just think that being myself is unique. There's no other person like me. And I also do think that there's not a lot of Black girls really like on this channel, like on this type of like into these type of things that have enough reach. And so my thing is that like I truly like, I connect to everybody. Like there's not really like a race or creed that I decide to watch that day, but there is a special feeling that you get like as a Black girl watching other Black girls create content that really resonates with you. Like my top favorite like YouTubers in general are like the makeup girlies and like the lifestyle girlies and all that type of stuff. And yes, like still trying to emulate those things, still trying to get my face beat, still trying to make my aesthetic-y, but also like my real life is just going, picking up my kid from school, dropping her off, coming home and reading. Like that's really what it is. And so I love to see some Black girls in that space. Some of my favorite like book YouTubers, booktubers are like Shaughnessy and Alex, and they go visit Sister Christy. Like that whole vibe, love it. Love it down, love it down, love it down. And I anytime either of them post a video, like I'm there. Like first view, I'm there. So anyways, yeah, like that whole aesthetic and just like living their life. Like not everything is perfect, not everything is aesthetic-y. They just really just take out their camera while they're doing their regular things. And so that's what I want. That's the type of energy that I want to bring um to BookTube. But I also think, especially Alex, like she's just so true to who she is as well. And so I plan to do that as well. Like this is just me. This is who I am. Like I am studious, I'm intellectual, but I'm also a little ghetto, and it's it really depends on the day. So this is my favorite question. What am I excited for to first starting my channel? What's the most exciting thing? And that is the community. Like, okay, I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this as they get into their late 20s, but you realize that like you have really have friends for different reasons, different seasons, and none of my friends really get this side of me. You know what I mean? Like I have one friend, me and her are not even that close, but this is our hobby that we have. And so it's just like I sometimes my favorite thing about booktube and booktalk is the community that you build, like just even like friends that you make via comments, stuff like that. And recently I've been going to Barnes and Nobles. Like I have a bad book buying addiction, but I went to Barnes and Nobles, and every single time I end up in like an hour conversation with a random stranger just talking about books. Like, girl, what are you reading? What's in your hand? Like, oh, that looks good. I like the cover. Da, da, da. And like being put onto new books, being put onto new genres, being put onto new books in the genre that I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Like the community. Short answer. It's just what I'm so excited for. So why do I love reading? I just really said this, but it's again just like an escape for me. It really is. Sometimes life gets challenging and I just want to take my mind off of it. And like I go to therapy, I do all of the things to work through any actual problems that I'm having in my life, but sometimes I really just want to escape, and I want to be Violet on a dragon, and I want to, read about damn Verity. Like I want to just read and escape my life and just be in the world of this book. And it's really honestly like such a thing. I don't know why I wasn't doing it before. I think I used to link like reading to like assignments for school. Like I graduated last year, so everything that I read, I didn't have time to read for pleasure. I was always reading for an assignment. And so it actually makes sense that like 6 months after I graduate, now I'm all of a sudden into reading just anything, whatever I feel like it, whatever mood I'm in. So yeah, I'm loving it so far. So what book got me into reading? The book that actually was the first book that I started reading was Verity by Colleen Hoover. And I know it's mixed reviews. Even my girl Alex, like I love her recommendations, and she hated Verity. I personally loved Verity. I am a mother, and that was crazy what she was talking about. That was crazy. But it had me page turning. So if you gotta talk wild to keep me turning the pages, do what you gotta do. Say hi. It's my munchkin. But yeah, so Verity was really what got me into reading. And I've been loving. I loved a lot of Colleen Hoover's books. Verity is kind of wild and everything, but I enjoyed it personally. It just kept me intrigued enough to continue completing the book. And I am team manuscript, not a letter. Okay, so the next question is, what questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? Um, I think real basic is like, how do you read so much? Like, how do you find the time to read so much? Like, I think I had 1 month, maybe in February, where I read like 4 books in 1 month, and that was incredible. But since then, I've really been struggling to like read and find time to read and complete a book in such a short amount of time. So I really want to know, like, how you do it. Because as I'm starting this channel, I want to be able to get through books so I can put out more content and put out more recommendations and put out more reviews and all this type of stuff. But my main concern, honestly, is like, will I be able to read that many? The next question is, what do I think the biggest challenges will be for creating my booktube? And I do think that it will be scheduling and making sure that I can be consistent with the content while taking care of this little munchkin and living my life, taking her to school, taking her to all of her activities, blah, blah, blah. And then also like having the time to read the books, all of that stuff. Like, I am a little concerned about it. I do have the discipline to, like, once I start something, I do want to continue doing it. And like, I post like skincare reels and stuff like that literally every single day of the week. And I, pre-record and all that type of stuff to make sure that I'm on top of my content schedule. So I believe that I can, but the thing is that like the skincare reels are like 30 seconds and this is like a whole thing. So that's why I think I'm not stressing myself to have the aesthetic of everything being perfect, more realistic, so that I can keep producing good content and content regularly. So the next question is, when did I start reading? And like I said, I literally started reading. I completed my first book January 2024. Like, that's the time I opened it. That's the time I completed it. January 2024 with Verity by Colleen Hoover. So now, where do I read? Depends on the day. Could be right here in my bed next to my munchkin while she's on her tablet. I be reading.
Or sleeping.
Or as she's sleeping, I just have my little book light and everything, and then I read. When she's at school, sometimes I read on the couch, because if I read here, like on my bed, I might fall asleep, honestly. So I usually do read downstairs, like on the couch. Or as the weather gets warmer, I love going outside and reading. I'm going on dates to the park and everything like that. We'll go to the bookstore, then we'll go to the park and read a book. It's been a good time. And I recently, not recently, but I moved into my grandma's old house, and we have a backyard, and we just bought like backyard furniture. We bought backyard furniture for outside, and so that could really be the place, pour a little glass of lemonade and read. So I think that's what we might start doing as it gets warmer. But for me, warm is 75 and above, and right now it's still in 65. Huh? What'd you say? No, you can tell me.
I said lemonade stand.
Oh, a lemonade stand. Yeah, we could do a lemonade stand. Okay, and the final question is, what kind of books do I read? What genres? Everything like that. So, personally, my favorite is thriller. I like fast-paced. I like suspense. I'm like, ooh, what happened next? I can't stop. What happened? What happened? What happened? Like right now, I'm reading The Inmate by Freida McFadden, but I'm reading it with a book club. So it's been kind of hard because it's like you want to know what happened, but we have like a schedule of like how many chapters we're going to complete per week and everything like that. So we're waiting on people to catch up and everything. Even though like I finished the amount of chapters we were supposed to read for the week, I finished it in 1 day. So I've just been going insane. So usually I have to read another book. Like when I'm reading a book club book, I have to read another book simultaneously, just to stop myself from going past where I'm supposed to stop. I like thriller, suspense. I like romance. I read November 9 by Colleen Hoover was actually my favorite book. I don't care what nobody says. Whatever your opinions are. November 9, my favorite book. It had me boohoo crying, weeping. It just, I don't know. Like all the emotions that I felt. I love a book that can make me feel all my feelings. And so I did that. So thank you guys so much for watching my first YouTube video on BookTube. If you look back, you will see old videos of me when I was in school and my munchkin was a little smaller. She was a little more, and we were living at my parents' house and stuff like that. But technically, this is my first booktube video. I'm so excited to join the girlies, and I'm so excited to start reading and reading and reading and having a purpose to read. And that is literally just to push out content for you guys, push out reviews for you guys, but also enjoy my process, enjoy the reading process and everything like that. And so I'm so excited, guys. Like, you don't understand. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for my next video. I love you down, and I'm so excited for the community that we're about to create. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.